Hello, welcome back to my reading corner. Hope you're doing well. I just thought I kind of I was going to do this on Thursday, but then thought, why not do it now? I've kind of already made a good decision. I've already made a couple of decisions on books, but I'm a bit unsure. I've got like a choice between two, basically. So, basically, I've decided what holiday books I'm taking. I'm going to take, Bukowski, Ham Rye. Reading 15 chapters a day and then 13, so that would take me up to Friday. So I'll be taking that to finish. The Martian, I'm reading 2 chapters a day, so I'll be taking that to read my 2 chapters while I'm away a day. Probably start off reading this in the day, and then move on to whatever else. So that's The Martian by Andy Weir. I've not read the back of it or anything. I don't want to read the back of it. I just want to delve into it. I like that though. It says, for Mum who calls me Pickle and Dad who calls me Dude. Well, I call Sam Dude all the time, and so yeah. And then I'm going to take Kraftwerk if I've not finished it. I don't want to rush it. I was just going to read a chapter a day. But again, like I said the other day, if you've watched my last video, the right text looks really small, really big, and like there's this top line here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words across a sentence, across a line, so it shouldn't take too long. So that's that. And then I was kind of between 2 reads. Now I'm kind of between The Road by Cormac McCarthy. It's a book I love. I did wonder before if it was in parts. I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is. It's just one straight narrative with no real break in it. Yeah, so The Road is one of my favourite books. It would be a reread, but because it's a reread, it probably won't take that long, so I'm quite tempted with this one. But there's no punctuation in Cormac McCarthy's works. Well, there's a bit of full stops and comma, but there's no speech marks or anything like that, or who's talking. For this, I think it's okay, just because there's only 2 people the majority of the time there's only 2 people talking, the man and his son. A father and his young son walk through burned America, heading slowly for the coast. Nothing moves in the ravaged landscape save the ash on the wind. They have nothing but a pistol to defend themselves against the men who stalk the road. The clothes they are wearing, a cart of scavenged food and each other. So that sounds super, super good. Well, I know it is super good. I love the book. I love that edition. I bought this years ago and love it. Because I kind of like when you... I'm not really one of these people that are bothered about if my spine cracks and stuff. I quite like that because then it looks like it has been read. I want my books to look loved. So it's between that and then also I've got Richard Lehman, which I call him my guilty pleasure read. Just because it's quite trashy horror and it's quite... Sometimes it makes me cringe how close to the bone it is. So this one's called Among the Missing. It's got somebody's petrol and Asda and stuff and what they've been spending in the back of it. But it kind of shows you, this is 1999. In fact, this is April 99. That's great. I'm reading this 26 years later, if they've already read it. But like it mentions water here, like £24.48, petrol 25. You know, I can't imagine you doing stuff like that these days. The work's 11.45. So mobile 17.57. I bet you not that much. No, not that much now. Yeah, so that's mad. That it does look like. Oh, it's a book exchange. looks like Bury Market. I think that's where I got it from. It's a guy on Bury Market. I don't know what his name is. It's my mate's dad. I'm not sure if it's Gary. No, it can't be Gary. I don't know what his name is. But yeah, I used to get them from him, so he must put... Because he said... I bought books off him before. He's like, do you want me to put stamps in? I'm like, no. I'll keep it. And if I don't keep it, I'll charity shop it. I'm not bothered about getting money back. I'd rather... Because he's a small market stall, I like going to his stall and buying books. Although I rarely buy books unless it's Richard Lehman. Just because it's just a guilty pleasure, so that's what I look for there. So, and then, I mean, I do have a look for other books and was tempted, but I just decided not to get anything. Because I wanted to research what the books I was looking at. So that's that I was going to take. So I'm kind of between the two. That because I love it and it's one of my favourite reads. That just because it's Richard Lehman, it's trashy horror, and he's kind of a guilty pleasure. So so I'm definitely taking these three because I want to finish Ham and Rye. 2 chapters a day means it'll take me about 13 days to read, nearly 2 weeks to read that, and then that I want to take. So that's that. It's between one of them two. I quite like the idea of taking that, to be fair, because that's one less unread book on my pile. Because I'm planning on doing a list of my books, which I will be doing. And if anybody interested wants a copy of the list when I've done it, and then maybe we can arrange some buddy reads or whatever, that'd be cool. I don't know what detail I'm putting into it yet, but I'm thinking about doing it maybe like some point next weekend, maybe. I don't have much planned next weekend apart from studying, so maybe then just do an hour of it at a time. Anyway, that's another tangent. I love going off on tangents, don't I? And then I've decided to either take The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. I think is how you pronounce it. I think he's born and raised in Cyprus, yeah. So I wonder why he was born and raised in Cyprus. Because I'm guessing his dad must be Cypriot, or however you pronounce it, like from Cyprus, or Greek. Because it sounds like that kind of name. But this is supposed to be like a psychological thriller. It's hard to put down. So yeah, it's very tempting, that one. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm going to end up taking more books. I mean, I feel like I'm going to end up taking more books, really. Because I feel like I'm not going to be able to decide between Among the Missing and The Road. But then, I don't know. Among the Missing and The Road, I feel like I'll fly through. But then, it could be the same with that. And another one I've had that was recommended twice. 3 times that's been recommended. A lot more recently, so I'm like, I need to read it now. Now I'm deciding, I don't know, I'm talking my hands, but now I've decided that I can read that or that, I can read what I want. I'm just enjoying going with the flow. I've got a couple of library books. I was going to show them off now, I've just realised. I've just recently looked at them, so I've got I Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman, Alien Clay by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. On Writing by Bukowski. Lords of Chaos that I'm reading. I'm going to read some more of before I go and do my shopping. And what else? Robert Louis Stevenson, the Jekyll and Hyde. I'm not sure of the full title. What else have I got? On Writing by Bukowski, have I mentioned that? On Writing by Bukowski, Lords of Chaos, Alien Clay, Curious Tale of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I think it is. What's the other one? There's another one. I've Never Known Men. What by John Cooper Clarke, which I can't find. What else is there? Oh, I've got it on my thing, actually. I can check my laptop just 1 second, and then I can tell you exactly what I've got out in the library. Right, current loans. So I've got Lords of Chaos, which I'm currently reading and wanting to take back once I finish it. What by John Cooper Clarke that I can't find for some reason. Don't know why I can't find it. I know if every book is in this house. Alien Clay by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I Heard You Paint Houses by Charles Brandt. On Writing by Charles Bukowski. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Other Tales of Terror. The Martian by Andy Weir. And I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. So that's everything I've got out on the library. So that's what I'm... I think... I want to read Alien Clay. But I don't want to mix it up with The Martian. I Heard You Paint Houses would be an interesting read because that's non-fiction. On Writing would be interesting because it's non-fiction. But I Have Never Known Men and Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde I could leave because they're not due back to the 22nd, so I kind of need to read Alien Clay, I Heard You Paint Houses, On Writing before I read the others. And obviously I'm reading Martian anyway. So yeah, and then the last book I'm thinking of taking between this one in that one is HHHH by Laurent Binet. Now this one's supposed to be really good. It's about World War II. Wow. I've never seen a book with that many chapters. It's got 257 chapters. That's bonkers. That's absolutely bonkers. I didn't read the back of this one, did I? I'll read the back of that one in a minute. This is Operation Anthropoid, Prague, 1942. Two Czechoslovakian parachutists sent on a daring mission by London to assassinate Reinhard Heydrich, chief of the Nazi secret services. His boss is Heinrich Himmler, but everyone in the SS say Himmler's brain is called Heydrich, which in German spells out HHHH. H. All the characters in HHHH are real. All the events depicted are true. But alongside the nerve-straining preparations for the attack runs another story. When you are a novelist writing about real people, how do you resist the temptation to make things up? Oh, it's got a quote from Bret Easton Ellis on the back of this. Anyone else? The Times. I don't read the quotes, I look at who's written the quotes. This is in parts. I like a book in parts. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about a book in parts. I feel like you can read a part and then put it down and you kind of like, it feels like a bit like a beginning, middle of end kind of thing. I can't see. Oh, I don't know where it is. I was trying to see where the part 2 starts, but I can't quite see where that starts. Maybe it's not. Maybe I can't. Let's see if I can find it now, because I've started now. I'll finish. It doesn't look like it's actually. I thought there'd have been. I can't see it. It's just part 1, but anyway. And I like the cover of it. The cover. The pages have that H, that 4 H's. Triple H. I was thinking. I don't know why I said Triple H. I was thinking of wrestling, I think. So yeah, that looks interesting. And then this back one says, I'm not sure if it's Alicia or Alicia, because I think they can be spelt the same but pronounced differently. So this one says, I'm going to go with Alicia. Alicia Berenson lived a seemingly perfect life until one day 6 years ago, when she shot her husband in the head 5 times. Since then, she hasn't spoken a single word. It's time to find out why. So that sounds like a fast-paced thriller. Part 5. So this is in parts as well, so another book that's in parts, which is something I love. So it's between those two, The Silent Patient and HHHH. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Heydrich, I suppose maybe is how you pronounce how that's supposed to be said. and then either Among the Missing or The Road. I think, if I'm honest, and I'm going to be honest now, I'm swaying towards Richard Lehman, The Silent Patient, and that book. So that's what I think I'm going to go with that, and then I'm going to go with those as well, just because that'll be reading 2 chapters a day. That's a buddy reading. I'm hoping to be getting reading a chapter a day of that till I finish it. So that's my plan. And then I'd like to take as well, Thingy's Books of Blood, Clive Barker's Books of Blood, just because I'd like to finish the first volume of that in number 4, in 4 to 6, so it'll be volume 4. So that's what I'm taking. So I'll show you my pile, although I'm missing that. I might not take that, to be fair. I think that's enough there. So that's what I'm planning on taking. Anyway, I'll probably do another video on Thursday, just to see if I finish that. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying that. And I'm enjoying that. And what else if I get to anything else as well before then, because I might take a comic book as well, either Sweet Tooth or Sin City as well. Probably Sweet Tooth, to be fair. Anyway, that's that. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.